Man, I'm very well aware of how absurd all of this looks to somebody, but um, as a child, I wouldn't say as a child. It began as a teen. I would say it began in adolescence. I was obsessed with numbers. Numbers meant things to me. And like I told y'all, I've shown pictures on these YouTube channels before. I was obsessed with the number 24. There's pictures of me with my old jersey 24 as a kid. Because back in our day, you got jerseys made. You'd have your name on the back of them. And mine always had 24. Sure enough, Jesus is 24 in Strong's Concordance. I couldn't get 24 in high school. I didn't go out to my senior year. And so I took 42. It's mirror and my also a favorite number because it was the number of somebody that I idolized. He went on to the University of Miami. It's funny. There's that 42 right there. I don't know what that's about. Oh, the first Indy 500. Okay, and notice it's 138. The first Indy 500. 500 is Antichrist and Strong's Concordance. G 500. G for Greek. But G 2424 is Jesus with a 42 in the heart of it. And 42 is my high school number. So, and I didn't realize these about the Strong's Concordance Jesus 2424 until about 3 or 4 years ago. So, and again, 404 Lime Street was my original street. Born at Winter Haven Hospital, but, probably conceived at the house where my parents lived, unless I was conceived at the beach or something, let's say it was on a vacation. Of course, July would have put me conceived, I think, around November 6th, right? October 6th. Yeah. So, any hooski, enamored with numbers. And so I'm able to see through their world because their world is numbers, because our Lord's world is numbers. You've heard of them. Let's just say we've heard the term sacred geometry, sacred geometry. We've heard that term before. And in the Bible, one of the books of the Old Testament is simply called Numbers. And we know all the sevens that are in the book of Revelation. Seven's the number for cleansing. So our Lord, our God is a God of math. I just read the Bible verse in yesterday's study, I believe it was. Even the very hairs of your head are all numbered. A very specific number, day in and day out, for how many hairs are on your head. Changes daily, I would imagine, but it's specific. He is a God of math. And I see things through numbers, and they code their world through numbers. And I understand a lot of their coding, and a lot of their coding is how I've also been drawn and understood to see numbers. I don't know if that makes sense, but let's just move on. Angelina Jolie was said to be here in I Pet Goat. And let's do a Google search on that first. By the way, are we on video 31? I think we are. Yeah. Is Angelina Jolie in Heliofont's I Pet Goat?
No, Angelina Jolie and Helio Fontes aren't a known pair. Jolie is a famous actress, but Fontes isn't linked to her in any popular culture or tech, like an Apple product duo.
Heliofont. No, Angelina Jolie is not an iPad Goat 2. The animated short film was written in Canadian, of course, all the world's a stage on that. Now, I do want to gematria his name real quick since we're thinking about it. If I don't, I won't remember it. I wanted to see if anything came up in here with 825 or 827. And iPad Goat 2, Angelina Jolie happening now, and AI creates um I don't know, does somebody think it's Angelina Jolie? Enter the Stars Reloaded 4 years ago. Okay, so it has been said that since Angelina Jolie was all about the United Nations and she's got a tiger on her back. Angelina Jolie has a tiger on her back.
Yes, Angelina Jolie has a large Bengal tiger
So she's
tattoo
got a
on her
large
lower
Bengal
back.
tiger
It
on her
measures
back.
12 inches by 8 inches.
So an iPet Goat, when they show this Bengal tiger, that's also a Bengal tiger, to scale, not 12 inches, but we get the idea. And she was a big United Nations person. And that's supposed to be her waving this white flag as a sort of Tiananmen Square type. Then she turns around. And she was married to Brad Pitt. And again, Brad Pitt, all about the beast rising from the pit. That's what his name's all about. And we've been over his birthday and so on and so forth. So I ran Angelina Jolie June 4th, 1975. Would you believe she's 187 days old? Fused with Eve. Eve is 710 in the Jewish Hebrew gematria, the most biblical. 614 months, Trump's birthday. So all I got to say is welcome to today's show. So Lucy, standing for Lucifer, URL does have the 727, which is iPad Goat coded. July 25th, August 6th. August 6th is 86. 4414. Oh, it's 12 years, 1 month. So that's 121 Antichrist coded. 145 in a month. 45 is his number. But the 8/6 release date of Lucy, 440 Antichrist fused with 404 Book of Revelation. Lucy stands for Lucifer. And she has shapeshifted to the goddess. And it's through that male female connection where they birth. It's sex magic. And Satan's going to be um, possessing the body, shall we say. Heisman Trophy is spelled he is man. Who is man? Satan is now man. So look at Lucy, 8/6, stands for 86. To our rising day, Antichrist, 404 Revelation. Also 144 months. It's 12 years, 144 months, 404 Antichrist, 404 verses of Revelation. Everything is there. Bill Gates, October 28th, 1955. On our 86ing day, he's 86 days old, and the date is baked into the 86ing, the 25th of August. Like, what? That's impossible. On Rising Day, it goes from 586 to 587, which we showed you. That was the Babylonian Israel captivity. Indiana Jones' Last Crusade, since it did have James Bond in it. May 24th, 1989. Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 7 in the minutes. 48 million. 48 is his number. And I mean, his name, one of the four base ciphers. Did I not bring up Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade? Indiana Jones: The Last Crusade. I brought it up to prep, and then I never ended up looking it up or running the days. I mean, so it was May 24th, 89. Okay. It's 13,006 over to the seventh king of Mystery Babylon era. Plain and simple. 37, 44, the 367. Well, there's your 13 and your 36. We've been over that many times, but mega pile of personal ciphers there too. River Phoenix was in it, and I started thinking about River Phoenix. I'm like, was that just, another FAKE event? And August 23rd, 1970. So the day he died was meaningful. I guess when he was born, it didn't mean anything. It's 119 Donald and 86. Basically saying 86ing Donald because 119 is Donald in the Jewish Hebrew gematria, the most biblical, means world ruler. And there it is on our 86ing potential day. We're speculating, but this is all based off being the mayor of May 8th. 119, 86 on our 86ing day, potentially, October 31st, 1993. So the first time the 911 or the Porsche 911 came out was the 1957 24 Hours of Le Mans. And you have 66 days on event day. That would be 68 days on Rising. 68 is a reversal of 86, representing Rising. Then 68 is also his name in reverse reduction, where it is also Antichrist in reverse reduction. 68 is. We've been over that many times. We've shown you that many times. Or was that the Porsche 718? 718, remember, is a mirror of the Porsche 911, and the Dark Knight came out on 718, we believe, due to this reason. So the 911, I guess the other was the 718, sorry. 22,993, but it's 11 months, 13 days. You have 11.3 coded. You have the 22, of course. 22nd prime number. You know, Trump's birthday and my birthday are 22 days apart. The 22nd prime number is 79, which is murder. The film Transcendence, 119 minutes, of course, because who's going to go through this transcendence? He is. April 10th, April 18th. You got your 4522. Basically, you got your 45. Oh, I see. It's 148 in the months. Okay. That's why it's worth talking about. 22,09,764. I cannot believe that. That's Groundhog Day 2009 coded, which I've shown you many times. Transcendence again, 148 and the 45. Okay. The singularity is near. This is a gigantic Ray Kurzweil. Mixing the Man with Machine documentary way back in 2010. I watched it a long time ago. Ray Kurzweil, February 12th, 1948. He's also Queens, New York, like Trump is. I want you to look. He's 286 on Rising Day, and the heart of that is the 68. He's 28,686 days old. So you have the 86, the 68 coded. And the 68 and the 86 are there on event day also. I just ran it to the double. Notice the hours on either day begin with 688. 88 is his name, 68 is his name, 68 is also Antichrist. November 1st, 2012, a film called The Singularity came out. And it's 45 days on event day, 45 days on rising. 121, Antichrist begins the hours. 165 months, Trump is born on day 165. That's a direct smash hit whenever you see it's 5,045 days on event day, 5,047 days on rising. There is a lot of 45 47s that we have seen. We love every minute of it. Our next prep, I think I went through all the Wednesdays. There's Jenna Ortega. She's 8734 on Wednesday, which is the day after. And 34 is murder in one of the four base ciphers. 286 months, 86 is baked into the months. Jenna Ortega. Christina Ricci, February 12th, 1980. On the Wednesday between the death and rising date, she's 558. So she's got the 58 for the May 8th in the months. 46 years, 6 months, 14 days. Ooh, that's 46614. That's melting the 66 book Revelation with Trump's birthday, 614. And then the one that was Wednesday in the TV show, she was born in 58. February 16th is 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6, and James Bond's card tag. I don't think she popped for anything numerically, but that's why I don't have it pulled up. 12820, I don't know what this was about. And this was 500 days of summer. It is summer when we think Satan will possess the body, and 500 is Antichrist. It's January 17th, which is 117, representing Revelation 11:7 rising, also August 7th. And when we look at it, 6431, 710 Eve. 761 of the percent of a common year. The total number of end times Bible verses. The other release date, it's 6227. It'd be 6228, 6229, 6230. 17 years, 18 days. Oh, it's 88 in the weeks, and 149 begins the hours, which is Antichrist. Okay. So I got to show y'all something about this Jax Taylor. Why did Heliofont, that did I Pet Goat, do a close-up of him? And here's my video, why Jax Taylor? And as you can see down at the bottom, it says Heliofont channel. It says MVI space 1345. Again, 34 is murder, 45 says number. It was a 38-second video. You can see 38 really small on your smart TV. You're not watching this on your cell phone because you want to be able to see everything, don't you? Yes, you do. And you want to see all this fine print. And they do a close up of him to say he's the guy. Now Jax Taylor is born 7/11. In most countries write that date 11/7, representing rising. So that alone could be a reason, but it gets better if this is our date, because when I ran what I do, because I'm outrageous with numbers, I picked up on this code a long time ago, is mirroring using Excel. I put the 825 alongside 1117, and then I go all the way down all 144 minutes, 144,000 minutes, or whatever it is, 100. And it's the biblical number for the end times church. It's 1440. So it's 1,440 minutes. And on that Tom Jack's, I call it Tom Jack's video, because it was Jax Taylor, Tom Schwartz, and Tom Sandoval from Vanderpump Rules, which I think is a TV show, and they were at this Pangea restaurant on April 19th, 2024, and Helio Font's video was 2 days later. Go back and enlarge it. On April 21st. You can see that way down at the bottom where my cursor is, April 21st, 2024. Now, Helio Font eventually took it down. I want you to look at the likes. 417. They get right at them. 417 likes on Helio Font's channel. Well, 419 was the date. So let me get back to that. 419. It was 419 and 421. 419 and 421. 419 was what was on the poster. And I didn't scroll up, but up there it said 419 somewhere, or somewhere on this board it said 419. So I can't prove that to you. That's why I had to do a Google search to show that it was 419 when they were going to be at this Pangea restaurant. Here it is, Pangea Restaurant. Right there, Pangea. And the 419 is up here somewhere. 10 p.m. come party on 419. When you, believe it or not, I match my microwave oven for one and my other oven for the other time, so I can always look at the times to see. And trust me, there's a lot of stuff that pops on this. I might do its own video on that. But you run 419 because they always knew what I'd be doing. There's your 419 with Tom Jack's birthday. The date 419 is a match with 7/11 when you have 825 matched with 1117, and then you just start scrolling down through the 1,440 hours. The 138 Donald Trump matches my time of birth. I do have my birth certificate out, by the way, if you want a picture of that. The mirror 1117, it's 209, which was the birthday of my friend that was killed on May 8th. He was born on a leap year, so July 27th was actually day 2009, and iPad Goat is 727 in length, replicating his birthday. That's why I really think we have the date. There's too many things popping off that cipher. Too many things are popping off of that cipher. I can't remember what all does connect. Um, I see it all the time. 404 verses of Revelation, the 602. Um, the 602 is 310 to Yuma, Christian Bale movie. Why else is it called 310? Well, the 310 matches. And 310 did represent time in the movie. And here is the 310. And it's a direct match with 602, which is Revelation in Strong's Concordance. It's G602. So there's another one. Trump's birthday, I forgot about that one. 322, Skull and Bones, is a direct smash hit with Trump's birthday. Yeah. Go figure that. So I think this is a definite way to use ciphers. And yeah. There's 357 Daniel with 649. 49, of course, is Antichrist. In the same cipher of his name with the J, I think, if not mistaken. That's gigantic. I don't know how else to tell you. What I just showed you was completely gigantic. Trump did the ice bucket challenge on my mom's birthday, 4 years after she passed. But noted it is August 18th, which was the time when Back to the Future began. The clocks with the 7:23 were 25 minutes off, and there's that 25 again for August 25th. Whoa. Just thought of that. And that's what this Freedom 250 is about. It's just the 25. If we're correct on this date, then yes. So the 818, when Trump took the ice bucket challenge to his baptism date, 12 years, 7 days. 12 years, 12 is the number for the church, 7 is the number for cleansing, with 144 months and 7 days. It's all about cleansing the church. This is why I think we have our date. That's ridiculously quite the coincidence. 12, 7, 144, and a 7. That's what's all over the book of Revelation. I mean, people of the earth, seriously. And then we already did the Angelina Jolie. Okay. So I think we're finished. You know what we need to do? You're exactly right. Louis Armstrong, August 4th, 1904, died on my birthday, July 6th. Oh, he was born on my son's or my first wife's birthday, August 4th. These are the two that open up iPad Goat. George Bush, July 6th. Barack Obama, August 4th. And my son's two parents' birthdays. What a coincidence. August 4th, 1901. See, he did the big song, We Have All the Time in the World. And there's the 45 and the 67 right there. Trump's number 45, the big 6-7 meme we've been telling you about. Look at the months, 500, 1,500 months. 500 is Antichrist and Strong's Concordance. Daytona 500, Annapolis 500. That's why I rode the Beast around the Daytona 500 twice, both times on the date of February 16th. 216 is James Bond's car tag. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. It'll be 79 murder on Rising Day. He's going to be murdering the church. And if you include both dates and run it to the Rising Day, It's 4568, which is his name in the same cipher as Antichrist. 4568, because the 8th is of the 7. It's actually absolutely perfect. July 6, 1971. Louis Armstrong, 213, the release of No Time to Die, which opened the movie, and what closed the movie was Louis Armstrong's song, which also closed On Her Majesty's Secret Service, which was baked into the movie. We've been over that many times. Um, we have all the time in the world on Her Majesty's Secret Service. There it is. Louis Armstrong. There it is on Her Majesty's Secret Service. We have all the time in the world, No Time to Die. We have all the time in the world is one of the most famous tragic lines in James Bond's franchise, as it was uttered on Her Majesty's Secret Service right before the death of Bond's wife and brought back in No Time to Die as a poignant callback. So
the line references a song by John.
We have all the time in the world. So Louis Armstrong with a 201 the 213, February 13th is when it came out, 66 in the months. Before we moved on, I just wanted to get to that. We have all the time in the world, Wikipedia. Is there a release date for that song? There actually is not. If we go from the album On Her Majesty's Secret Service, that also does not have a release date. Release date for the song All the Time in the World, Louis Armstrong.
Louis Armstrong's song, We Have
Does
All the
not.
Time in the World, was released as a
Doesn't
single
give us an
in December
exact date.
1969 in both the US
So
and the
we're
UK.
just going to have to go with Louis Armstrong's on that. In our last prep, that's from the previous video. Did I prep anything over here? The first Daytona 500, February 22nd. It's got 58 on the rising day. 67 years, 6 months. Nothing that's jumping out at me there. The first Indianapolis 500 was on 9/11, the year 1911, May 30th. And it's got 138 in the months. Pretty much opened our show today. 2 months, 26 days for the year 2026. To explain any meaning in that would be too bizarre, too much of a reach. Anyway, that's fascinating. Angelina Jolie and the rest. All right, love y'all.